This part of the training is about datetime methods. Datetime methods operate on the following. Any expression or event property that returns one of the below values. A long type millisecond or microsecond value. A java.util.calendar object including subclasses. A java.util.date object including subclasses. A java.time.local.datetime object including subclasses. A java.time.zone.datetime object including subclasses. Datetime methods also operate on timestamp events. Please see the next few slides. The syntax for datetime method is the same as any method call. Datetime expression. Datetime method. Parenthesis parameters. Optionally, dot and another method and parameters. And so on. We present the principles of datetime methods here but won't discuss each method in detail. This slide presents common sources of datetime values. A datetime value often comes from one of these places. Event properties that have a type as listed in the previous slide. Also see create schema on the next slide. The current underscore timestamp single row function returns the runtime current time. The cast single row function with a date format parameter converts strings to date time. The create schema can define an event start and end timestamp. For pre-configured event types, use configuration. This enables interval algebra on events without the need to use property names in expressions. The syntax is create schema event type name as parenthesis property names and types. Start timestamp property name of start date time. Optionally, end timestamp property name of end date time. For instance, create schema door open event parenthesis door num string comma start ts java.time.local date time comma end ts java.time.local date time start timestamp start ts end timestamp end ts. The start ts and the end ts properties have a type of local date time. Together, the two properties can define an interval. Interval methods compare timestamps and intervals. Allen's interval algebra is a calculus for temporal reasoning that was introduced by James F. Allen in 1983. The table summarizes the 13 methods that compare intervals. The first column of the table is the temporal relation and the second column is the inverse relation. The third column is a pictorial example of the relation. In row 1, the before and the after method check whether an interval, or point in time, is before or after another interval, or point in time. In row 2, the overlaps and the overlapped by method check whether an interval overlaps another interval. In row 3, the includes and the during method check whether an interval includes another interval. In row 4, the starts and the started by method check whether an interval starts when another interval starts. In row 5, the finished by and the finishes method check whether an interval ends when another interval ends. In row 6, the meets and the met by method check whether an interval's end meets another interval's start. In row 7, the coincides method is equivalent to equals. There are more parameters, not shown here, for providing the ranges. These two examples rely on the door open event defined earlier. The first example outputs when a door open event for door 1 is after the last door open event for door 2. The after is one of the Allen interval methods. Select star. From door, open, event. Parenthesis door num equals 1. At last event as door, 1. Comma door, open, event. Parenthesis door num equals 2. At last event as door, 2. Where door 1 dot after parenthesis door, 2. The second example finds overlapping door open and door close events. Select star. From door open event as D open unidirectional. Comma door, close, event. At unique parenthesis door num as D close. Where D open dot overlaps. Parenthesis D close comma 5 seconds comma 10 seconds. The methods to manipulate dates are minus and plus. For adding and subtracting. Round ceiling, round floor, round, half. For rounding. Set. For setting field values. With date, with time. For setting a new date or time portion. With max, with min. For setting a field to the maximum or minimum. The methods to convert from more to types are format. For formatting a value to a string format. To calendar, to date, to millisec. For converting a date to calendar, date or long. The method that return date time fields are get millis of second, get second of minute, get minute of hour. And so on. Get parenthesis field name. Returns the field value by field name. The first example outputs the current runtime time with the current day at 1 a.m. Select current underscore timestamp. Dot with time parenthesis 1, 0, 0, 0. As time 1 a.m. From my event. The second example outputs the same as above but has a chain call. Select current underscore timestamp. Dot set parenthesis quotes hour 1. Dot set parenthesis quotes min 0. Dot set parenthesis quotes second 0. Dot set parenthesis quotes msec 0. As time 1 a.m. From my event.